In terms of the run you're in at the moment, obviously you tried to pick the positives out of the performance against West Brom, but are you concerned at the run that you're in at the moment?
No, I'm not concerned, because I said if we hadn't sort of changed anything and we were in this run, then look, that would, but we are trying to change stuff, and performances have improved. I mean, since the Leeds game we haven't picked up a point, but the performances have been consistently better, and that's the main thing. Yeah, we're going to have to get points, and I want to get points quickly, because I want us to build up some momentum, but I want to be able to do it the right way. Look, if we continue to put in performances and not get results, we'll have to change one or two things, but I want to implement things here for the long term, and that sometimes takes time, and sometimes you have to suffer a little bit. Don't want to suffer too much, because it means that I don't get to sleep, and I don't get to relax, and I don't get to move or lift the environment like I'd like to. So look, we're either going to need to get results, or look, we'll tinker with it so that we make sure we do.
And with that in mind, has it been a difficult week for you personally? We've heard obviously about these apparent threats that have been made against you. Has that affected you?
No, not at all anymore. I mean, that was happened weeks ago. That happened the first week and stuff. We've moved on from that now, and I said, look, I've just got to concentrate on my job here. I've got a big job here. I know that, and otherwise, we wouldn't have changed sort of 3 managers as quickly as they did. You can tell it is a big job to do, but I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm thoroughly enjoying the challenge. Otherwise, I wouldn't have come here. And both clubs now have moved on. I've spoken to the people at Luton, and we've moved on. I think it's what we have to do is make sure that we look to the future and not to the past. And now we're trying to build something. Hopefully, we'll get results now, which will enable that, which will cement the building work that we're doing, if you like, and then we can go from there.
Just finally, in terms of your injury situation, how are things looking? Do you think Charlie Adam might be coming back into things sooner or later?
Yeah, look, Charlie's trained. We held Charlie back on Friday, but he's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday he's trained. So look, he's in contention. So that's good news, because we've got a clean bill of health then, and decent numbers after streamlining it and everything. So no, we're very happy, and the development squad had a good win yesterday, and had some first team players playing in that. So we're in a good shape health-wise.
Thanks, Nathan.
Cheers.
Nathan, you talked about having no sleep, and after the last press conference post-match you said you'd go away and analyse the game. Is there anything that you've had the chance to talk to the players about since, because you've only had probably 1 training session with them since that game?
We've had 2, but we debrief every Monday. So I watch the game Saturday night or Sunday, and we debrief and relay positives and negatives. There was far more positives than negatives. We switched off for 1 set play, and that was the clear-cut chance they had, and they took it because they're a good side. And I thought between both boxes we were excellent. I really do. In the box we defended superbly well. We just lacked a bit of cutting edge, which is the next step, because 1, we have to be very, very solid. 2, we have to develop our play so that we control possession, and we have more possession, and they're a very, very good side. I mean, fair play to Darren. He has them playing. He's handled they're obviously coming down very well, and they're on course to go back up. But so the next phase in that building curve for us is to add that real cutting edge, that cleverness, that goal threat, which sometimes when you try to solidify things and develop, then that's the thing that suffers. But we've worked on that last 2 days, so hopefully there'll be another progression tomorrow.
And you're obviously aware that some of the fans are toxic's probably too strong a word, but they're very unhappy with the way we've performed over the past 2 or 3 seasons. And so that anything they can look at in a negative point of view they are doing. But can you stress to the fans how important it is for the players that we get behind them home and away, because there is an atmosphere at the moment that changes if things go very quickly wrong for us?
Yeah, but things are not going wrong, for us at the minute. Yeah, on Saturday there was a few disgruntled people, but what we ask is that you just trust us and just buy into what we do, because as we mentioned in a press conference before, it's a journey, it's a climb, and if they're with us now in the tough times, then when we do come through this and we give them the team that they have, and we are performing and getting results and in a far, far better position, then they can look back on it and think, no, I was with them from the start. And that's what we asked. I asked exactly the same at my old club. They were 18th in League 2. There was a toxic atmosphere at the ground. My first game in charge was a 0-0 against Cambridge, and it was forgettable, very, very forgettable. But we built that, and now the place is rocking. Now that's the type of job I want to do here. That's the type of job that I've embarked on here. Now, yeah, it's a bigger job, not because they haven't got the resources or the players to do it, but it's just on a bigger scale because, you know, it's the Championship and you get punished for things here. But I urge the fans, just get behind your club, get behind your players and see where we can go, because we work hard. They are a decent group of players. Yes, we're going to have to improve in pretty much most levels, but that just takes time and work, and we're doing that. So if they get behind us when we do come through it, then they can be proud of themselves because they helped on that journey. And
last from me, you've talked about things being forgettable. Our record against Wigan is eminently forgettable over the last 10 years, so good luck tomorrow. Well, it can only improve then, that's the thing. I mean, against West Brom, we usually beat West Brom and we didn't, so hopefully we can turn the tide and now. But look, every game is an individual game, it's different. There's, you know, I can understand if your record's not great against a Liverpool or a Man City because they're pretty much juggernauts, you know. But without being disrespectful to anyone, it's a game that we have to go in and be positive because it's a tough game. Anytime you go away to Wigan, if it's football, rugby, anything, it's a tough game to go to Wigan. So we know what kind of task we have ahead of us. But as I said, every day we're working, every day we're improving. So hopefully we can pick up the points. Thank you.
You say you had the most possession. I think it was against West Brom about 52% or something like this. But only one shot on target.
Yeah.
So will you be mixing up the strikers on Wednesday night?
Well, I don't want to give you my team quite yet because I'm sure Paul Cook will listen to this, as he's a wily fox, is Paul. So as you said, what we do is we do work, and yeah, I agree with you. We were, I wouldn't quite say shot shy. I would just say that we lacked a little bit of cutting edge. But that's the next thing, you know. That's the roof of your house, if you like. So you don't put the roof on before you lay the foundation. So we're trying to lay foundations, trying to build while getting results. So hopefully, look, I thought it was a real positive performance for lots of ways. I might see something different to what fans see, but I know the work that we do in the progression that we have to make to become a top team. So we pressed hard, we worked hard, our shape was good. Once we went to sleep and that cost us, but only once. We weren't carved open. We didn't concede from a counter-attack, which we've been working on. So all those things were positives. We had more possession than them, and that takes a lot because they're a very possession-based side with excellent individuals with a fantastic structure. So we knew we did, but we accept the fact that we weren't important enough in the final third. That's more work.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.